you doing? Hey guys, my name is Rob and this is Peanut. If this is your first time here, welcome. It's nice to meet you. If you're returning, then welcome back. This is not going to be your typical year in review of 2024 video where I talk about, videos, subscribers, growth, and all that stuff. I want to talk about the things that some people are going through right now. And what I mean by that, I don't just mean bad stuff. There's been a lot of people that have had a lot of success on YouTube during this past year. But there's also been a lot, and probably way more, who have not, who have struggled. And I just mentioned YouTube. Let's go out even further. Life in general, right? There's a lot of people that have had a great year. People got married, people had kids, people got pets, weddings or birthday parties, whatever. There's been a lot of people that have had a great time in this past year. But there's also been probably an equal amount of sadness, heartache, heartbreak, grieving, right? Some people lost loved ones this year, okay? Some people lost their jobs. Some people tried to start a business and it failed. So there's a lot of people who are struggling, and I think about that, and I think it's what's the word I'm looking for? I think it's important that we all just kind of take a step back and think about these things, because typically when you go on YouTube, you'll watch videos, and for the most part, I think most of them are pretty positive. You've got people on there saying how well they're doing. Maybe it's me and the types of videos that I watch, but they tend to be very positive. But sometimes I wonder, the people making these videos, is it really all roses on the other side of the camera? And I bet you in a lot of cases it's not. You don't know what other people are going through. Some people are going through a lot of stuff, a lot of negative stuff that they don't talk about, and that won't come across on the camera. But why am I saying all this? And why do I have this hat and this present here? I'm getting to that. The point of all this, and actually I'm going to put this hat on. What I'm trying to say, my point is, when you're reviewing your year and how good it's been, how bad it's been, or whatever, try to stop and think about how that year has been for other people. And I don't mean just actively sit down and think about it. Maybe that's not what I'm trying to get across. Like, okay, if I'm out in the car, okay, and I'm driving around, if somebody cuts me off, what's my reaction going to be? A lot of people's reaction would be to get upset, right? Road rage could happen if somebody gets really upset. But try to stop and think about that person that cut you off, for example, and this is just one example. You don't know what's going on in their life. Maybe they're late for something that they can't be late to. Well, you might say, well, they should have left sooner. Okay, yeah, maybe. But you getting upset about something like that, what's that going to accomplish? Probably nothing at all. So I don't know. I like to just kind of take a step back and let stuff like that happen, because I don't know what's going on in that person's head, right? What they're going through. Maybe they're rushing to a hospital, right? Maybe they have a child in intensive care. I'm just throwing something out there. My point is, you just don't know. Some people have had a horrible year. Some people have lost loved ones. Some people lost a job. Some people aren't able to make their mortgage payments. Some people are homeless. Okay, and I'm not trying to be all doom and gloom here. That's not really my point. I am genuinely a happy person, and I try to project that in whatever I do, whether I'm driving or walking down the street or making videos, right? But the reality is, everybody is not happy all the time. And that's okay, okay? Maybe I should start opening this gift. My point is, since you don't know what people are thinking, or you don't know what they're going through, why be frustrated or mad at the person for cutting you off or for saying something mean, for instance? So this could translate into the whole social media thing, which I've made a video about before. The fact that there's a lot of negativity on social media. You know, I have a hard time with that, but I'll get caught up in it too, like a lot of people do. And scrolling through social media, I see these needless arguments between strangers that, you know, why even do that? If you're arguing against a stranger, number one, you don't know that person, so you arguing is not going to, it's certainly not going to change the person you're arguing with. You're not going to convince them, probably, that your way is the right way and that they are wrong or stupid or whatever for thinking the way they think, whatever you're trying to get across. So, like, when I read comments like that, I just wonder, what if we just didn't engage in stuff like that? This is not opening. Right? Like, why do we have to engage that way? Let's just stop. Let's stop with that. And again, I come back to the point that you don't know what other people are going through. Maybe they feel like they have to vent because something has happened in their life, whether it be a lost job or stresses at work or stresses at home with their family life. Maybe they're going through a divorce. Maybe their kid has run away or is failing out of school or is in trouble with the law or whatever it is. You just don't know. And you getting upset at a person like that who's going through whatever it is they're going through is not going to help. And therefore, why do it? You know what I mean? Like, if you're not being helpful, why say anything? And I don't want to come across as preachy, and I know I'm probably too late for that. I've probably already been preaching. But I guess I just wish that if people stopped and thought about what the other person could be going through, and don't try to guess what they're going through, because you just don't know. Assume that they have reasons for doing or saying the things that they're doing and saying, and then just let it be. Like, if they're not your friends or family or close to you, and if you don't know them, just let them be. You know, again, they might be going through something. And even if they're not, and perhaps they do have a mean streak in them or whatever, you getting caught up in that is certainly not going to change them. And I would argue that it's not going to help you either. Okay, so that's my point. Or the main part of my point, anyways. Since you don't know what people are going through, there's really no point in engaging in stuff like that. So I'm struggling to come up with the right word. Let's open this. Let's see what do we got. Where'd you go, Peanut? Oh, okay. This very nicely wrapped, by the way, wherever you went. Is that all it is here? She didn't really wrap this, I don't think. It says Rob, okay? Be kind. Pass it on. From Peanut and me. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. If you don't celebrate Christmas, then happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Ramadan, or whatever it is that you celebrate. Be kind to other people. And yeah, that's my message. Let me know what you thought of this video. I kind of had fun making it. So anyways, hope you guys have a great year, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
It's a chance to start over new, 'cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la 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 la, oh, oh, la 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 la, oh, oh, la 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 la, making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree. And I've lit my house with Christmas lights, so you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be